Okay, I'm sorry. Hot girls want to talk hygiene? I want to talk hygiene. I got you, okay? I got all of it. I got all the tips. You don't even know. I've been taking notes. We're just gonna get right into it, okay? I've been seeing these videos on YouTube, obviously, of like hot girl hygiene tips, and I just think it's like hilarious. I love the concept, and oh my God, do I have tips for you, okay? So we're just gonna get right into it. Flossing. I have a flossing tip for all of you that you should all be doing, all right? I feel very strongly about this. I was recently backed up by my dentist. I love to interview them. I like to say, like, what do you recommend? What do you say to your people? All this stuff, and I'm always proven correct, and also they pat me on the back every single time. Every dentist that I've ever been to, they pat me on the back and they say, "Can you please teach my patients?" And I say, "Yes, I absolutely can." And that's what I'm here to do today. So the first thing that you want to do, first of all, if you're not flossing before you brush, I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? What is this supposed to be? Literally. You floss first, but a little tip, I've actually mentioned this. I mentioned this a while back. This is a little nugget of info that is like so valuable. Put a little bit of toothpaste on your teeth before you floss. Let me tell you why. Toothpaste will remineralize. If you get a remineralizing toothpaste in between your teeth, it's like one of the hardest areas. It's like that's typically where you are most likely to get cavities, right? Because like people suck at flossing, you're eating, you get food in there, and it's just like permeating. Ugh, it's just permeating. You want to put a little bit of toothpaste on your teeth. You can just like put a little bit on your finger and just kind of like, you know, and then floss. Okay, so you're getting that toothpaste between your teeth. That's it. Just floss like normal. You just want to get that toothpaste between your teeth. It's going to help protect your teeth from cavities. When I was a kid, I was horrible at flossing. I don't know what it is. I don't know who dropped the ball there, but I didn't floss. And I was also eating candy all the time. And I had a lot of cavities, and that started to create this anxiety in me about going to the dentist because the drill is scary. I don't like having my teeth drilled. And then one day I figured out somehow, oh, if I like take care of my teeth, then I won't have cavities and I won't have to have them drill my face. So that's when I started to do the toothpaste trick before I flossed. Toothpaste, floss, okay? Then go in with your toothbrush, brush, rinse, mouthwash, okay? I also have a water pick. I don't use it that often, but I'm just saying it's an option. Speaking of toothbrushes, I was using the Quip for a really long time, and they were honestly rude. I reached out to them like a long time ago, and I was like, I love your toothbrush. Do you want to collab? And they never got back to me. So I got an Oral-B instead. That's not actually true. I used the Quip for like a really long time. But I went to the dentist recently. I had a cleaning, and they were like, Quip's fine, but if you want to like graduate to like some real shit, you want to get one of these guys. They called it the Sonicare. There's like two brands, Oral-B and then, is it Philips? And Philips, I think, has like the slightly longer, like more toothbrush looking toothbrush. But Oral-B, this one, it just is, it's perfect. Because it just like all around your teeth, you know what I mean? It really gets into like every little crevice, and the shape helps you to kind of like get like behind the back molar. You know what I mean? Like that area is like a tough spot. This one is really good for that. It also has like a few different settings, so you can like hit it like that, and it goes from like intense to like a little bit more gentle if you have tooth sensitivity. So I do the more gentle one, and then you just hold it down to turn it off. And I just got it on Amazon. I got one for me and my boyfriend, and it's been fantastic. If you have any tooth sensitivity, just saying, I've been using the Sensodyne. I'll link it. I can't remember what it's called. I like just started using it, and it's very, very good. It's not just like the regular Sensodyne. It's like something a little bit more specialized, because I have sensitivity from clenching. If you clench or grind your teeth at night, you gotta wear a mouth guard. I'm just saying, because otherwise you're just gonna get more of that tooth sensitivity, and you can get fractures in your teeth. Okay, it's not good. I'm here on behalf of my dentist to talk to you about hygiene. Okay. Speaking of oral hygiene, this is something that is so important to me. I recently got a tongue scraper. because I've always just like brushed my tongue, and the Quip toothbrush on the back of it has like a bumpy situation. So it's like you got the toothbrush and then on the back, that's like meant to brush your tongue. But I recently got a tongue scraper because a friend of ours who's a doctor brought it up in conversation because he knows I love talking about this stuff. And I was like, I've never, like the idea of it kind of just like grossed me out, but I got it and there's like no comparison. You need a tongue scraper. I literally got it on Amazon. It's Amazon or Basic Concepts. So cheap, life-changing. I don't even know what to say about it. Just, you gotta take care of your tongue too, you know? While we're on the subject of oral health, another thing that I like to do a couple times a week, at least once a week, is gargle with warm salt water. You probably have done this when you've like had a sore throat or something. Basically like the salt water, just like table salt, will help kill any bacteria that's in the back of your throat. So like people wait until they're sick a lot of the time to do that. And like, that's good. It's soothing and it helps to like kill any bacteria, whatever. But like, ew, bacteria on your tonsils, on the back of your throat. Ew, it's all connected. So like, why not just do it like a couple times a week to keep that good? You know what I mean? Because I mouthwash, but a lot of those mouthwashes, they just like bubble up when you try to like gargle them. And I feel like I'm not able to like sufficiently gargle them. So I still do, but I do the salt, warm salt gargle like I probably twice, 2 or 3 times a week, to be honest. Yeah, everyone should be doing that. Just saying, everyone should be doing that. Hair, sleeping, pillowcases. So my hair is obviously bleached. I'm growing it out a little bit before I do like a fresh bleach because it's been a little straw-like. But there are some things that I've been doing to like take care of it sufficiently. So I try not to wash it more than like every 3 days, basically. But anyone who uses product in their hair will know, like, I don't want to not wash my hair and then lay down on my pillowcase and have my pillow be all gross. And I'm not changing my pillowcase every single night. I use the Sleep and Glow Omnia pillow, and I only have so many pillowcases for that specific ass pillow, okay? In fact, right now I only have one silk one. So like, what am I supposed to do? So what I started doing was wearing a silk turban on my head at night. I look so silly. I'm gonna insert a little video of how I look when I'm sleeping because I woke up and I was like on my phone and I accidentally opened the front camera and I just saw myself and I was like, first of all, I'm adorable. But second, it's just ridiculous. Like, this is how I sleep. So I wear this at night to not only protect my hair, which I noticed it really, really does help. Like even if you have short hair, if you have any like split ends, or if you wake up with your hair pointing in like a million different directions, which is so typical when you have short hair, then sleeping with a silk hair turban keeps everything nice and like laid, and also protects my pillowcase from my hair products. So that's one. I also sleep with, this one is dirty now. I'm gonna wash this. This is the Slip Silk Contour Eye Mask. It's got some eye cream on it right there. So I have 2 of these and I will like wash this while I use the second one and vice versa. It's contoured, so it like helps to protect your eyelashes and like underneath your eyes and stuff. You might also know that I sleep with the CO patches on at night. This also kind of like helps to keep all of those things in place. So I am basically this when I'm sleeping. Okay, you see like just my mouth and that's it. But yeah, that has made like a really big difference in my opinion, in not only like taking care of my hair, but protecting my pillowcase from my hair products. And like essentially this as well, like you can hardly even see skin on my pillow. So I feel like I have to change it less often, which is nice. And I just have the Slip Silk for all of these things. I usually will I'll wash them all together, like my pillowcase and all this stuff. I just use the Slip Silk detergent. It's gentle for silk. And then I put it on delicates, whatever. Okay, so speaking of hair, I live in LA, okay? The water here is disgusting. It's horrendous. I've already talked about the fact that I have a shower filter. We don't need to talk about that anymore. If you don't have a shower filter and you live in LA, I don't know what you're doing. But you need to figure it out. I'll link the one that I got down below, I was able to find, because we have like, what's it called? Oil rubbed brass appliances. Is that what it's called? It's oil rubbed in our bathrooms. I was able to find one that matched, so I didn't have this like hideous silver thing like in between, you know, I don't know, disrupting the flow of the appliances. I will just buy a big like jug from Ralph's of distilled water. Just distilled water, just simple old distilled jug of water. And I have a hair mister, once again, that I got on Amazon. Everything will be linked. And I just fill that up. I have two of them, the same one. I use one for my plants, my tropical plants, and I use one for my hair. So I just use that to kind of like mist my hair when I wake up in the morning so that I'm not misting my hair with like crappy LA water. I'm using distilled water. Just one more way to like take care of your hair in this like horrendous LA water, okay? It's just disgusting and it just makes my hair so nasty. And something that probably like everybody knows and uses, dry shampoo. However, not all dry shampoos are created equally, okay? I was so anti-dry shampoo for years. Like when I was in high school, middle school even, maybe, my friends were using dry shampoo and I was like, how are you using that stuff? It never worked. It always like left a film on my hair. And I was just like, ugh, like this is supposed to make me feel clean? No. Living Proof. I don't know why I didn't grab it. Living Proof dry shampoo is the best dry shampoo I've ever used, ever. It actually makes my hair feel clean. So my like process is I'll wash my hair, right? I wash my hair at night. I shower at night. Wake up in the morning. First day, I'll usually just like mist my hair, blow dry. Don't really need any like additional product or anything. Depends on like if I'm going to an event or something. If I gotta look real cute, I'm using products. If I'm just like running errands or like bumming around my house, then like whatever, it's fine. Next day, following day, same thing. Okay? Wake up, mist my hair, blow dry, dry shampoo, okay? Now I can push that one more day if I need to. When I do that, I'll usually mist my hair with a little bit of the mist with the water. Then I'll mist it with a little bit of a leave-in conditioner and then blow dry and then dry shampoo. Sometimes I get to that. And then that night I'll wash my hair. That's kind of like my process. And that makes a really big difference. I feel like my hair looks so good. Like that's like the perfect like little sequence to keep my hair looking great every single day. And also protecting it and not drying it out completely, you know? But making sure that it looks clean and not like oily and disgusting or overly dry. Okay, deodorant, so important. I hate deodorant. I hate it. I went on this like long journey of trying to find a natural deodorant because it was like all the rage. And I was like, I hate the waxy feel of deodorant. I hate it. It's so awful. I feel like I can never get it off. So I started trying to get into like natural deodorants, which was a lot of natural deodorants use like essential oils that end up just like making you even grosser on your underarms. It just kind of ends up like masking the scent sort of, but not really. And like a lot of stuff made me like sweat more. Then I tried using Lumi. This is the whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. I don't know what beyond means. I think they said you can use it on your feet if you've got like smelly feet, whatever. The point of this, it's majority mandelic acid. So wait, mandelic, is that how you say it? So what it does is it basically like gently exfoliates your skin and it prevents like the bacteria from growing that like causes odor essentially. While I love this, but it will not prevent you from sweating, okay? Will not prevent you from sweating. It just like helps to kind of like neutralize odors and exfoliate that area, which makes your underarms like look like so nice and smooth. The only problem is it doesn't prevent sweating. I live in LA. It gets real hot in the summer, okay? I don't consider myself a particularly sweaty person, but I am an anxious person. And if it's really hot, I'm gonna sweat, especially if I'm going to like some social event or something. So the Almay Sensitive Skin Antiperspirant and Deodorant. This was, I think it was like a Dr. Dre recommendation, and that's why I picked it up. It's hypoallergenic, it's clear, it's one of those like clear like gel type things. I don't know if you can even see that. but it's the gel, that you know, this situation, which I've never really loved, but this is really good. It prevents, you're not gonna sweat, you're not gonna smell, okay? The only problem for me is if I use this without using this ever, then I get that waxy feeling and I feel like I cannot remove it. So what I do is I toggle between these two things. So I'll use this one night, because like I said, I shower at night because I wear sunscreen during the day. I'll shower at night, apply this. The next night, I'll apply this. The next night, I'll apply this. Sometimes I'll use like either one, maybe like a couple days in a row. But if I use this for more than like like 2 nights in a row, it just starts to feel like too thick. And if I use this too many days in a row, I feel like there's just not enough like protection or something. I don't know how to describe it. They work perfectly together. I go back and forth. So if you hate deodorants, if you haven't been able to find like, I don't know, the right one, there isn't a right one in my opinion. But these two together work like a charm, okay? So important. Deodorant, so important. Okay, slipper sandals. Slipper sandals. These are my slipper sandals. I wear these around my apartment. I got some for my boyfriend. They're super cheap. I got them on Amazon. They're like max 20 bucks. I think they're cheaper than that. They're really lightweight. They're super cushiony. And the idea of walking around my apartment barefoot is disgusting to me. You need a shoe. I'm gonna be washing my hands after touching it like this, because that's disgusting. You need something to protect your feet. And I am not a fan of just wearing socks. Wearing socks and walking around, it's fine if you want to do it. I don't like the feeling of the hard floor on my feet. I just don't. So I wear those slippers. And they're super easy to clean. I'll just like throw them in my bathroom sink, fill up the sink with like hot water and dish soap. Love dish soap. That's a big one for me. And then I'll just soak it, like with the bottom down. I'll flip it over. I'll do it again if I need to. And then I'll just put them in the tub, kind of like angled up, and then they dry overnight. So yeah, I don't know. If you're walking around your place barefoot, that's disgusting. And I'm upset for you. I'm upset for you. And you should get those. And they'll be linked down below. Speaking of dish soap, my final thing, makeup brushes. Oh my God, you guys. Makeup brushes. These are so dirty. I have to clean them. Like, so dirty. This brush right here, are you kidding me? Ew, are you kidding me? I need to clean these. All I use, I get questions all the time. All I use for my brushes, dish soap. It just gets everything out. And it's like gentle enough. You know, the ones I always say, the one that they use on the ducks, you know, to get the grease off, but it's gentle for their nice feathers. It's gentle for my nice brushes. That's pretty like self-explanatory. Just a little dish soap, you know, it works, kills all the bacteria and all that stuff. Makeup sponges, on the other hand. I got some sponges up in here. They're also dirty. Actually, my Dominique Cosmetics sponge really needs to be retired. I put this guy through a lot. The way that I clean my sponges, I've seen a lot of different like techniques, boiling sponges, all that kind of stuff. What I do is I'll just get them wet, go in with my dish soap, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And I try to do that as much as possible for as long as possible. And then I'll squeeze all the water out, and then I will drench it in rubbing alcohol. Drench it in rubbing alcohol. Squeeze, 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 because you want to make sure that you're getting like all the way to the middle of that sponge. And you'll also start to feel the sponge kind of like fluff up a little bit more. Like it'll stop being so dense, because sometimes when you go in with the dish soap, it can get like stuck in the middle of it. So I personally have found that the rubbing alcohol really helps to like break up all of that stuff like that gets stuck in the middle and get rid of it. And then so I'll just like squeeze, 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 squeeze with the rubbing alcohol, and then I will rinse it with water. So you just want to make sure that the rubbing alcohol is in there long enough so that it's killing everything. It's killing all the like, you know, gross stuff. And that's how I clean my sponges. I've tried the boiling situation. Didn't do shit for me. Didn't do shit. Okay? So random, so random. I'm sure that I have a million other tips. I can't think of them right now. I wrote down the ones that I could think of, but I think they're really good ones, especially the flossing one. That's why I wanted to open up with that. If you just take one thing from this video, please put a little bit of toothpaste on your teeth before you floss. Please. We only have one set of adult teeth. I feel like people don't take that seriously enough, okay? I chipped a tooth recently, right in here. I got it fixed already, but I chipped a tooth and I was devastated. Like my actual tooth chipped. What? We don't grow those back. Anyway, all right, I'm stressing out about it now. Super random. I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you learned anything. I'm sure that you did. If you have any hot girl hygiene tips, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what they are. And maybe we can make a round 2 of this video if I can think of other things. Like if you have questions, if you have like questions about things, like how do you do this? Let me know. Let me know. And I'll decide if we do like a round 2. All right, guys, if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.